Oh my god, I am so excited right now. I was just going to give you guys what I thought was a sad update on my first batch of quail, the 5 eggs that didn't hatch and the reasons why, and that today would be hatching day for the second batch of 8 eggs and how I was concerned that they may not hatch. And I was sitting in the living room just getting ready to start this post when I heard some noise in the den. Sounded like a bunch of clanking around and stuff, and I kind of ignored it for a minute, and then thinking it was the cats or something, I thought, well, wait a minute, the den is closed off, I don't have anything in the den. And then I thought, wait, I have the incubator and the brooder in the den with eggs, and they do say on hatching day these things can be like popcorn once they start hatching. That just has not been the case for me in the past. And let me show you something. Okay, so there's one open egg there. And look what we have here. Let me turn off this lamp over here because it's making a glare. Oh, I guess it's the incubator, darn it. Here, I can't open the incubator because it'll literally kill the little quail and the other eggs. But here's one baby. And then you move over here, there's another baby. There's literally another one right next to him, or her. I'm going to call him her because I'm really hoping for a bunch of hens. There's one hatching right here. I'll try to get the camera on it. So there's 8 eggs in here, potentially, that are going to hatch. 2 have hatched already, 1 is hatching. So let's cross our fingers. Oh my gosh, I am so excited, you guys. I was really worried. Here it comes. I was really, really worried these were not going to hatch. So what happened, I'll go ahead and tell you while we're watching this. And I'm so sorry I can't get a better video. I can't open the incubator. I'll risk all the babies, and we don't want to do that. But so what happened with the first batch, I figured out with some investigation, is I really need to build up my flock of quail, my little covey, because I only have, well, now I only have 1 hen and I have 3 roosters. And rather than dispatch those roosters, I'd rather keep them to add more quail for each one, and like I said, build up my flock. So I got excited when I started seeing eggs out there, and I did wait a week before I started collecting eggs for the incubator, but I just got overexcited because I was afraid maybe that other hen could die or something, and then I wouldn't have eggs to incubate. So I collected those 5 real quick and put them in here, and then started gathering up these other 8 for a second round. But I stuck the 5 in the incubator, waited the whole 18 days, and nothing happened. And then it was time to get these going, so I had to put these in here to get them going. And the 5 I kept waiting and waiting, and they just didn't hatch. So I decided, well, I'm going to open them up so I can see what happened. Did they die, or I do like to investigate and see what's going on. Well, it turned out they weren't fertile at all. Not one of them, not one of the 5. So I did some investigation, and you know, this is a learning. The quail are, I've had chickens, but the quail are new to me. And as it turns out, when they first start laying their eggs, you should wait a minimum of 2 weeks for them to actually start breeding and start fertilizing their eggs. And that's where I made the mistake, is I only waited a week. So I was cutting it way close on that. And I did see when they started breeding, but I don't recall the timing on that. So then I started getting worried about the second batch because I couldn't recall I thought it was probably 2 weeks, but I wasn't sure. It's really, really important with homesteading and farming to document everything you do. I'm learning that the hard way. I learned it with the goats. I've been doing it with the chickens because I learned that last time with the chickens. I'm learning it with the quail. You have to document every single thing you do. So you remember dates and you learn these lessons. But it looks like I probably did wait the 2 weeks with these guys because they're like popcorn. They're hatching today, and I can't even tell you how excited I am. Really hoping to get some hens. If I could get all hens out of this, I would be jumping for joy, but I know that's not likely. But hey, you never know. I didn't think I was going to get anything, and look at this. Okay, I'll be quiet so you guys can hear them for a minute. And I don't know if that glare is from the incubator or, let's see. Yeah, I guess it is. It's the little incubator light. Wish I could get that off. So I'll also tell you guys my other exciting news because it's something I know I've talked about on my Crickets Chirps Facebook page, and I've mentioned on YouTube a few times. I know you guys, as badly as me, would really like to see my videos improve. I finally did break down and order a new, I not only needed a new camera, but I need a new cell phone. My cell phone is terrible. The battery dies very quickly and has for a very, very long time. I just have a very inexpensive cell phone. I had to do that because of budgetary reasons, but I did finally, I've been setting some money aside for other stuff, but I finally did break down and pre-ordered a new cell phone with I did a bunch of research with a very, very nice camera that I'll be able to be doing my YouTubing on. So I got both out of it, my cell phone and my new camera. It won't be in for a couple, 2-3 more weeks, but I'm very excited about that too. So look forward to my videos improving, guys, and thank you for all your patience with me. I appreciate it. But these are our little baby Pharaoh Cotornix quail. And these that I have are a different variety. They're the lighter colored. They aren't the brown. These tend to get very plump too, I've noticed. They're a little fuller than the others that I've seen, and I like that also. I haven't eaten any of them yet, so I haven't gotten to try that, but I know others that have and say that they are just a little bit, they weigh a little bit more, they're a little bit meatier. I've only been enjoying the eggs so far, but that's one of the reasons for growing the amount of birds I have. Because the ones I have right now are just my little breeders and for egg eating, like I said. So come on, guys. The other little guy's still over on the other side just hanging out, but I want to keep the camera here so we can watch the little guy that's hatching. Hopefully he does it before that's the other thing about this camera, is it only gives you a certain amount of time for each video. It usually cuts off at about 10 minutes. So hopefully he's out of there before 10 minutes is over. He's got she's got her sibling over there rooting for her. And that actually does help. They say if you have another chick chirping, it helps them. Once the first one's out, it helps the others start hatching to have the chirping there. Come on, baby, you can make it. You're almost there. You're almost out. Just to give you guys an idea of size, these guys are about the size of a